UFC 264 was a hard night's watch for any Conor McGregor fan. During his third bout with Dustin The Diamond Poirier, the Irishman suffered a freak leg break at the end of the first round, which put him out of the fight and out of the octagon ever since. But what would have happened if Conor McGregor never actually broke his leg? Let's find out. So the first and most obvious thing that would have happened if McGregor didn't break his leg in that fight would have made it to round 2. Now, if we're honest, Poirier was dominating the fight and manhandling McGregor from the majority of the first round. And you can only imagine that if he would have grown into the fight and McGregor would have started to fade away as he always does in those later rounds. But, for argument's sake, let's just say that one of those God-given left hands landed on the chin of Dustin and Conor went on to win the match and settle the trilogy between him and the Diamond. This win would open up some serious doors for the Notorious One. After beating Conor for the third time, Dustin went on to secure a title shot against a submission artist and former lightweight champ Charles the Bronx Oliveira. Now, you've got to imagine that if Conor did beat the Diamond, he would receive the same shot. I mean, he does have the ultimate Dana White privilege, doesn't he? So this would mean that UFC 269 would have been a headliner between Oliveira and McGregor. And, stylistically, this is actually not a bad matchup for the Irishman. You saw Dustin have some excellent success from that southpaw stance against Du Bronx in that first round especially, and he was even able to score a knockdown. Chandler also had awesome success on the feet and was seconds away from landing a knockout shot. These fights have shown that Oliveira does have vulnerability on the feet and gets tagged more often than he should, which plays right into McGregor's hands, who arguably has more power and accuracy than Chandler and Poirier. In fact, there's a good chance that McGregor would land a left hand before Oliveira had a chance to take him down. And there's also a good chance that this connection could leave Oliveira on the floor unconscious, putting the lightweight belt back in the hands of McGregor. Another massive thing that could have changed for McGregor if he never broke his leg is how he is viewed by the MMA community. In 2015 and 2016, Conor was a god among men. He was relatable, hilarious on the mic, and a ruthless fighter who was able to secure gold in 2 divisions. But after that win over Eddie Alvarez, the Conor hype train started to fall off. It really started in 2017 when McGregor went over to boxing to fight Mayweather to earn the payday of his life. And it can't be denied that this money changed McGregor. He started to become a little too arrogant and big-headed, right? Then came the Khabib fight, where McGregor really fell off, and he started to insult the Islamic faith and fight old men in bars. And since that leg break, McGregor has just become the keyboard warrior who talks, but never actually, fights. It's like he's trying to keep his relevancy on Twitter, while all the other fighters are actually fighting. Don't get me wrong, those drunk voice notes were funny at first, but now, everyone just wants him to stop running his mouth, right? If the leg break didn't happen, however, it's pretty likely that the MMA community would start to respect him again. Injury-free, Conor would be able to talk the talk and, more importantly, walk the walk, which would finally get him back the respect he once had. It's also pretty obvious that the reason for a lot of McGregor's crazy recent behaviour has stemmed from frustration and a want to get back into the limelight. Without that leg break though, he would have never left it. And all those drunk voice notes probably wouldn't have happened in the first place. Now, before we give our final point, I need to mention that each month we give a shout out to one of our subscribers. It's super easy to enter. Just comment "I subbed" and you'll be in with a chance of winning. And the last, and by all means most crazy thing that McGregor could have gone on to achieve, is moving up to the welterweight and dethroning Kamaru Usman. McGregor has always talked about the triple champ status, and as we've seen recently, Kamaru's performance started to slide in the second half of 2022. So, there's a possibility, albeit a small one, that McGregor could have moved up a weight and got the better of the Nigerian Nightmare. Look, all this video has been speculation, but still, it's fun to think that somewhere in a parallel universe, McGregor could have been the first triple champ of the UFC.